Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today the main thing we're going to be doing is trying to figure out some Widow teams, mess around with stuff, see what we can get to work, and just use her in general. Pretty much every single team that we are going to be doing today will be centered around her, other than when we're trying to clear out a spot with something like that. But anyways, let's get into some testing. Was messing around with this most recently, so let's see what we can do with it again. So we're going to be using the first issue we had with the previous team, or not really issue, but one thing that was kind of holding it back some, was that we didn't really have any way to keep our mana going, and our first slot kept getting hit too much. So this team hopefully will fix that some, since we can Dragon Soul Giant Spider loop into casting her, into killing out Gorgolfa, and has a high enough reduction that it shouldn't get killed immediately, hopefully. So we'll go take that, go do this on blue, and yeah, we're pretty much good to go from there. Actually, I probably should have targeted on green or brown, because at this point, yeah, I feel like Gorgolfa will be the target we take out, and then just keep using frontline tanks of the Spider plus the Zolkiri summons. Also, she could summon a spider too if we get really unlucky. The little spider spawn that it has. Of course, that's like the worst thing in the kingdom, or one of the worst. Mainly because it's not made to actually be used as a troop, it's just made as kind of like a weak summon that Giant Spider has. Actually, way back when this troop first came out, Giant Spider, like ancient times ago, of almost like 2 years or whatever it was, the spider spawn that it creates wasn't even considered a troop. It was just a summon, but it wasn't actually a troop, which is kind of weird. Nowadays, everything that gets summoned is a natural troop. But in the case of Giant Spider, and I believe one other instance, the thing that is summoned was not actually a troop at the time. Which, of course, was odd. Anyways, let's go and go throw it on blue. Go get this down on Gorgolfa. And we're pretty much good to go. That'll be our new frontline tank. And I just mentioned that too, of course. It would create a spider spawn right there. Well, that's a fail. It's like the worst thing we could get there, or among one of the worst. I guess there could possibly be a few others that are even worse than that, but yeah, it's pretty much that. Not too bad. Definitely doesn't have the mana issue like we had earlier. Gets all the loops we need. I just always hate having to show a Gorgolfa team. It's like, what should we use? Just use Gorgolfa. Okay, for this we will have to clear it out. As I mentioned earlier, Farce Troll and Nyx don't really get disabled that much from being webbed. Dawnbringer does, and Queen Mab does, but the other two do not, and that's like half his team. So I'm going to have to use a normal team against this, especially since it's my revenge battle. Don't want to lose that. Also, hello everyone. Hello Mystic. Hello the Dark Knight. Hello Derek. Hello Jeremy. Hello Middernanish Film. Hello Adam. Hello Watcher. And hello Cody. Welcome all. Welcome, welcome. Okay, do we have alignment? No, we do not. So we'll go move that over. No, we did not. We'll just go throw this down. And now we can go into, I believe, a convert, yeah. And that's pretty much match. We have all the manas we need. Just get an Infernus down and kind of go from there. I don't want him to entangle me. We can easily get it off, but I still don't want that entangle. Well, I guess never mind. We could easily just do it into this if we really had to. I don't want to have to cast that yet, though. So we're going to go throw this onto blue. Get our mana that we need. Gives us more damage. Not even going to bother with all the other pokes on the board. Just take that out. See if we can get this Infernus down. Can we get this anywhere? Probably not, no. Nope, we'll just go and... You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I was going to say I was going to go try getting it down on the board right now. That would probably give way too many skulls if I threw that where it doesn't even have a single 3-pair. That would have been horrible. And speaking of single 3-pair, do we not have one on all this board? Yes, we do. It'll cascade. And oh, never mind. It won't cascade. They're already next to each other. There we go. But still. And now let's go use it again. Or not this team, but you know. The one... Oh, come on. Okay, I'm doing my true trophy. That's not really that real of a team, though. Oh, well. We'll still run it. I can't run it on that really big one. The freeze will just be too much. The Nyx on it. We do have one thing immune to mana drain. She is immune to mana drain. But unless we were going to do like 2 or 3, that's not going to be that impactful. The AI will most likely not aim at her specifically. Though that would be very helpful if it did, but there's no guarantee that it would. Okay, what do we even need to take here? I guess blue. He gets a skull out of that. It's only a death mark. Only a death mark, then we die the next turn on death mark. No, we're going to actually take purple. Go move that over, and now we can just Dragon Soul and everything. Actually, we already have Giant Spider up, too. Do we not have alignment? No, we did not. Yes, we do. Never mind, we have it on blue. So we'll go do that. Go get that up already. That thing's death marked anyway, so whatever we resummon there will not have death mark on it. Then we just use Gorgolfa. Oh! Well then. That's unfortunate, but we were going to kill it out anyways, so... But I kind of wanted to use it for mana generation, not like that. There we go. And now we can throw the ability and then throw her ability down. Oh wait, did I not level this earlier? Why is her damage so low? Never mind, her damage is just so ridiculously low. I didn't even realize it was half on magic. How did I not notice that earlier? It's half her magic plus 1 is how much damage she does. Oh, her damage is awful then. How did I not notice that earlier? That would explain why she was so bad. I somehow just noticed that now. Wow. Yeah, no wonder why she hits so low. Oh, she's still decent for her web. But, oh yeah, that changes everything then. She's useless. No, I'm just kidding. She's not useless. But, her damage almost is. Even if you use it on the most optimal thing, you're getting, like, 25 damage. Which, for ending your turn with no board control, isn't that much. I guess another slight benefit to her is that you can keep doing a frontline tank. But for that, you could be getting more damage off a Sunbird. Let's say we use this on our average HP. Our average HP, I believe, is around 70. Let's just say 70. So 70 will be how much damage? Let's calculate this out real quick. So 70, divide that by 5, plus 10, 24. So 24 is its average damage. 24 times 4, assuming the entire team is alive. It does 96 damage. Does Sunbird do more damage than it? The Sunbird test. Is it better than a Sunbird? And I believe the answer is no. I didn't even notice that earlier. It is, on average, weaker than a Sunbird cast, is how much damage she does. Interesting. She does a total of 96, and that's in late game. And Sunbird, well, also in late game, does 104. So a Sunbird, on average, will be doing, per cast, what is that? 8 more damage than a, than her. Wow. And it keeps maintaining that damage, too. Because the Sunbird will always be able to replenish his stats right back up. Actually, it's slightly lower than that, but let's just say they're the exact same damage, because it's 10% right now. So they both do the exact same damage, but this thing's an ultra rare, and it can keep maintaining that damage even after you get a kill. So yeah, they're, yeah, putting it that way makes her look really bad. That or it makes Sunbird look really good, one or the other. But, something's off there. Okay, well, let's just go and, yeah, I guess we use her mainly as a utility then, which is still good. That means we can disable out like teams like this that we're up against. It's going to be pretty decent and easy for us to win, simply because most of the things he has on his team are disabled well by web. Oh no, he still has mass mana drain though. That is still annoying regardless of if he has web or not. He's going to get a drain there. That's to be expected. We'll go grab that. Oh, we didn't surge it. That's not good. We'll move that over. Hopefully have alignment somewheres. I don't think we do. Yes, we do. Never mind. We have it on brown right there. Almost misclicked it. I've been misclicking a lot lately. Luckily, that one wasn't a misclick. Go throw that down. Also, hello, Danny. Hello, Adam. Hello, sweet homemade jewelry. Hello, Mystic. Hello, Alonso. Hello, Calvera. Hello, Jeremy. You got a Shadow Dragon. I need to know if there's a good team. Not really. You can use it with Dragon Soul pretty well, but that's about it. That's the only instance where I would ever really bother using it these days, is using it behind a Dragon Soul. So you could go some kind of early game team. Dragon Soul's in the Soul Forge this way too, this week too as well. So you would go a Dragon team along the lines of Dragotar, Dragonian Monk. Wait, actually, Dragonian Monk, Dragotar, Dragon Soul, and Shadow Dragon. That team right there would be pretty decent. Even if we use that this late in the game, we'd probably still be able to get away with it very easily. Yeah, look at this. This only does, like, what? We'll see even less damage than before. That's like a 20. No, it's a 22 damage. There we go, 22 to everything. But yeah, I guess her main value just comes from the web then, and nothing else. Just web. Web and only web. Yeah, we'll throw another Dragon Soul down. That's still a really good value, though. It is the only viable web in the entire game. Also, you can't drain us. So we'll go and kill you out with that. And there we go. That's what you get. And I guess her mana drain immunity does come into play during times like that. But yeah, interesting. Nothing too over the top then. It's mainly, I think the main reason why it seems slightly underwhelming right now, similar as in the previous video, it's, I guess it's not really made for damage. It's made more so for protection. Because it has the summon thing, which helps you tank, and it has the web, which reduces out the enemy's damage a lot. So as I mentioned earlier, it is probably just a defending troop. It's not something you would actually run for invasion purposes. I was kind of hoping we could get away with that, but no. I just don't think that's going to be realistic due to the pace at which it goes. Alright, we'll throw that down. Wait, why did it say no target? Oh, because we, it showed no target there because our kill ended up reviving the thing, so it couldn't create a Zolkiri troop there because we already got a summon. That's kind of funny. Also, hello, Sea Dog! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, should I go use it against this? I haven't used it against this yet. I keep avoiding it because I feel like it's going to lose against it. We'll give it a shot. Maybe it won't lose. It probably will, though. But it's worth a shot. Might as well give it at least one attempt. Probably shouldn't have given it its attempt on the revenge battle, but oh well. Should have done it earlier when it wasn't revenge. Oh, I could have taken green to purple, but luckily we got that, so I guess that was actually the better move, even though we couldn't see that it was a better move. The only really good thing that Webb will be doing this battle is making Dawnbringer near useless. That's actually pretty decent. He still gets barrier, though. And he still gets his boost ratio, too, based on all the yellows. But there's only, like, 2 yellows in the game, so, or in this battle. So I'm gonna move that over, move that over. Just trying to get some webs on him. As you can see, his entire team is webbed. Though Far's Troll and Nyx have no negative side effects to being webbed, because they don't have anything based on magic. What do I go for here? I'm actually gonna go for Dragon Soul first. The main reason I'm not casting into killing this yet is because he was about to skull us. And now that that's frozen, it's perfect time, because I want to freeze it, whatever we summon there. And again, we got the Death Pact thing. Interesting. Instead of getting a Zolkiri summon, we triggered the Death Pact at 25% chance. We're triggering that a lot for only 25% chance. Gosh. We'll go get that done. I guess I kill this out. Do I even bother using that for one cast? It's only 29 damage, but it is a targetable damage, so I guess we'll go do that on his high durability, so we can go lower that down some. Get her a little bit of mana there. Throw down first slots, just so we have a new troop there. Oh, that does 2 times damage to skulls. I mean, to webbed as well. Unfortunately, it's entangled right now, so 2 times the 0 isn't really going anywheres. Also, this very rarely is ever useful. It's finally useful. It does 2 times damage to a thing that is webbed. So if you have the enemy webbed, boom, 2 times damage. It also does 2 times damage on skulls if we were to actually get it unskulled. I mean, unentangled. But yeah, it's almost matched. We just throw that down and then throw into a Dragon Soul. Yeah, this actually worked decently against it. Not like anything over the top, but it got the job done. So it could maybe be an early game alternative, because there aren't too many teams early on in the game that can actually deal with the team that we just previously faced. But this is definitely not something you would bother running against everything, this kind of concept of troop. Luckily, on a team like this, we do get pretty good value out of it. We can't do anything to his last slot because he is impervious, but Gorgoltha does almost no explosions when webbed. Corvash still gets his drain and his stun, but he does nearly 0 damage. It's only 3 damage to both of them. And Ragnagord only does 2 explosions, even less than Gorgoltha, which is really nice once webbed. So let's just start getting them webbed, I guess. Move that over. Let them take a skull. Go from there. Take some yellows, I guess. See what we can kind of do to get our mana flowing. So we'll go get Dragon Soul up at this point. Don't believe we can get full mana now, so we'll just go move that over. Try getting the purple. Didn't get it. It's Gorgoltha versus Gorgoltha fight right now. Who will get their Gorgoltha first? We should be able to, I think. I have my banner set slightly weird. Well, not really weird. I have it on double green. The purpose for this is to try to get the giant spider up as quickly as possible to get everything going. But sometimes that's a bit clunky for trying to get other troops that isn't a giant spider to full mana. Okay, let's just go kill out Gorgoltha. That's one of the worst summons we could do, of course. And it's also blocking my purple, which is even worse on top of that worse. So we'll go throw that down. And move that. Get another Dragon Soul. Actually, before I do, let me move that over. We have a couple things that trigger on extra turns, so might as well utilize that. Normally, if you have a board clear, you want to take every single extra turn off the board before you actually go and clear it. So we're going to do that. Oops, I forgot it was targetable. I actually didn't hit that. For whatever reason, I thought it could only hit first slot. I have no clue why. It even allowed you to target your enemy team. Oh, hey, that's the first time we've gotten Web Spinner so far. Web Spinner is essentially the best thing she can summon. So that's pretty nice. It does triple damage to poisoned enemies. So once you cast it once, or if you already had poison on it somehow, it would do triple damage. But yeah, really nice troop to be able to summon out of it. And out of it, everything that can be in first slot is pretty much the strongest, due to its 3 times skull damage. I don't think we're going to be able to get a poison in, and by the time we do, he's pretty much already going to be dead, so we won't even need the poison aspect of it. Aw, come on, we completely missed. Alright, let's just kill it out. We don't really need it for the damage here. We're already going to kill it with every skull we do. That has immune to mana drain, so that's actually not too big a deal that he has Corvash right now. Not to mention we also got Dragon Soul, which makes it even easier. He'll die to that. And one more poke will do it. If we have a yellow into anything convert, I guess we'll do it to green. You know what? Maybe we should have done a different color. I forgot, just go straight back into it. And now we're kind of stuck with nothing, so we'll go convert out all these greens into actual mana we could use. And kill it with anything that does damage. And down it goes. Will she work on Green Day? I do not intend to use her on Guild War Green Day. Maybe we'll do it for one battle, but I don't really have much of an intention to throw out my current team. Current Green Day for us, I believe it's been going pretty well, hasn't it? We have two different teams, if I'm not mistaken. We have this one and then the other one. Yeah, we had this one, which was working okay. I should probably go replace that out with this normal one I've been using. It's been Forest Guardian, Yasmin's Chosen, Queen Aurora, and Glitterclaw. We changed it up just slightly the other time. But that one slight change we made it even better. That was suggested. So, yeah, we are pretty much just good to go with this. All we do is just get the mana up on Forest Guardian stuff immediately. And Yasmin, go start spamming that out. A little bit annoying against mana drain, but not as many being seen these days. So, not as big a deal as it used to be. So right here, I guess we'll go take some greens. Easily get more greens onto the board and kind of go from there. So we'll get that down, get a bunch of barriers on a few of them. What do we even need here? I guess we go for the Yasmin. Once we get it going, it can flow pretty well. Still need that last little hump to get over, though, so we'll go throw that down. It does indeed land, and we'll obviously throw this on the green. And now we get another Yasmin. We need to try getting that Glitterclaw. Should be able to get that this next turn. It does not have alignment, so we're just going to have to keep spamming this until we win. And still no alignment, so keep spamming. Still no alignment, so we already won. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just using this for Green Guild War Day. It works pretty well. So there's really no need for me to change out of this team. We might come up with a team just so I could show it as an option for people. But as far as what we're going to be using, I'm pretty sure I won't be changing from this anytime soon. Unless every single person starts using freeze on Green Day. Which I think some people already are. I believe I'm using freeze on Green Day as well. There's only really one viable day you could really run freeze, and that's, of course, whatever day you use Queen Map on. Of course, there are a few other freeze options, but as far as things that the AI uses correctly, Queen Map is about one of the only few things that gets used, because most of the other freeze options in the game, while they might be decent or at least usable, the AI doesn't really use them that well. Oops, I could have done the convert there. I didn't see we had purple alignment. Oh well, it's not going to matter. All you need to do is get that thing to full mana and we'll be good to go. Throw this on the green since we don't have enough. And there we go, we got it to full. Perfect. This time we have to get Fairy Fire, which of course does 50% additional damage to all magic-based damage. And that's dead. But yeah, for Green Day, this is all we need. It's very potent, as long as we don't get frozen. And even if we do, we have alternatives. And we'll just run it one last time. Yagway team, please. Yagway, Alchemist, Moneylender, Yagway, and one other damage source. What the other damage source is really just depends on what you have. But yeah, Alchemist, Moneylender, Yagway, one other damage. Ideally one that also synergizes with those manas, of course. But, yeah, what the other one is depends on what you have. Alright, we'll go move that over. What do we need? What do we need? But yeah, you could use something like a Sunbird. Sunbird's pretty cheap that you might have. As one of the cheaper options. Goblin Rocket works as well as a cheaper option. As far as the stronger options, again, that just depends on what things you own. You could use Worldbreaker, you could use Queen Titania, you can use Second Yagway even. Wouldn't be horrible. What do we even need here? We do not have alignment. We do not have really anything. I guess we'll just throw a blank Glitterclaw just so we hopefully get alignment this turn. Not like his green is really that intimidating, it's just a goblin. Well, I guess he has the grapple pop behind it too, but he's not going to be getting that much mana. We're actually going to throw this down. It's probably going to backfire, but... Oh, nope, we actually got it. Perfect. So we'll go through that on green. Get a cast down. That gives us everything. They're already Fairy Fired, so 2 casts will kill it. And down it goes. Dragon Soul team without mythics. We actually just mentioned one earlier. Let me go do that, because you asked, and now someone else asked, too. Oh, let me go clear out this team real quick, though, before I do. I need to get this revenge battle. Watch, we'll lose when trying to use a better team for it. But, yeah, we're going to be using Dragotar, Dragonian Monk, or actually, sorry, wrong order. Dragonian Monk, Dragotar, Dragon Soul, and a Shadow Dragon, because someone asked what to use Shadow Dragon in. I don't know if you have Shadow Dragon, but you can replace that out with any other dragon as well, which still work out. Alright, we'll go move that. Get the damage in there. And let's go do that dragon team that I just mentioned. Oops. Come on, where's our alignment? I was planning on winning like almost right now, but he ruined my alignment. We'll go grab that. Get a mercy, hopefully. Oh wait, that's not aligned, is it? No. We get a single 3 out of it. That is not a lot. Oh no, we get 2 3s. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wow. We had like so many opportunities there to get extra turns and it all missed from the cascade. I bet one more of those will do it. Actually, let's just go try doing this. We're going to get a couple cascades, so something's bound to happen. Oh, somehow we extra turned in that. I did not see where that was. We'll go throw that down, and there we go. Also, thank you, Cannibal Barbecue, for the subscribe. Also, what a name. But thank you for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Okay, let's go into the dragon team then. That was mentioned, or not mentioned, but I want to go do. Okay, we can't do it against Farce Troll because it's going to... Oh, come on. Why must everything be so annoying? Everyone's running those weird teams. Normally this one wouldn't be that big of a threat, but in the particular team we're running right now, it will be. Well, actually, maybe not, because we'll be able to use Barrier for its full purpose. Oops, what am I looking for? Dragon. And under Dragon, I need to go under Dragatar, Shadow Dragon. So first things first, get a Dragatar in there. Get a Dragonian Monk, get a Dragon Soul, get a Shadow Dragon behind it. And then the only other thing we need is Dragonian Monk. Am I missing a color? I am. We're missing blue. But there's no really good cheap blue dragons. There's Christinex, there's Glitterclaw. That's about it. As far as good blue dragons, it's like, yeah, those two. And that's pretty much as far as it goes. Early game option would be not Dragonian Monk, Dragonian Rogue. But yeah, let's still go use Dragonian Monk, as I mentioned. Even though we are missing a color. For whatever reason, I thought that was covering every color earlier when I mentioned it. Well, if nothing else, what's the minus blue banner? Because we should be able to utilize that now. Double green into +1 purple. Assuming fully traded Shadow Dragon, that's actually not too bad because that's +2 purple total. So, yeah, I guess we'll go with that. Why not? It gets spam Dragatar as well, so we'll be able to make that work. Also, hello, Max! Welcome! Welcome, welcome. Okay, we'll go take the purple, take the red. See if we get a Dragon Soul in here. Get some full mana. Throw this down. Now we can use Dragonian Monk for barriers, which will help us against the... it'll help keep us protected from the Great Maul. Also, thank you, Marchpunk, for the subscribe as well. Much appreciated. Do we throw an X now? Yeah, I think we'd go for the X. Let's see. Trying to find a good X here. Good X's, good X's. Right there is fine. So go grab that, get our entire team barriered. As long as you have 4 yellows, it'll automatically barrier your entire team. It's going to convert all those, which actually helps us because we have a boost ratio on how many yellows we hit here. So that's actually quite helpful. We'll go move that real quick just to give ourselves a Shadow Dragon. I would convert that if we actually had alignment. I think we'll wait until we just clear out the board. And ideally here we'd have alignment, but nope, still none. We'll just go, I guess, and get ourselves a few more pokes. We could re-barrier if we... Oops, I forgot, completely did not see that. That would have definitely been the move to take. Would be the extra turn red just sitting right there. Fail. Oh, not that big a deal. Shadow Dragon, still no alignment. I guess we'll go throw an X, more so just to get the last little bit of our mana. Actually, at that point, we might just take the spear part of that extra turn we didn't take. So we'll go grab that. And still no Shadow Dragon. So yeah, you don't really need the Shadow Dragon. At this point, he's pretty much just giving us +1 purple. Well, I guess he's also giving us extra damage to our Dragon Soul, but any dragon would do that. Really, 1 mana short. It didn't surge. But it did give us Shadow Dragon, so there we go. And that's match. He even gave all his mana back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty cheap too, other than, well, the only 2 things that are hard to get in that team is Dragon Soul and Shadow Dragon. Dragon Soul is craftable, and someone mentioned a Shadow Dragon team earlier, and that's what you would use for early game Shadow Dragon. But yeah, that's pretty much the team. And if you don't have a Shadow Dragon, as you saw, we barely even used them in that battle. More towards the end we did. Of course, that's kind of what he's supposed to be made for, is use this cast, get a bunch of purple converted, and then hopefully fill that into something like a Dragon Soul. Of course, you could fill into anything, but it's normally used for Dragon Soul purposes, because more often than not, people will run Fairish Ra if you don't specifically need it for a dragon, because you get the souls and everything. Of course, Fairish Ra is quite expensive, but it is in the event key drop pool next week. So there is a chance to go get that the following week. Also, I forgot to mention that in the previous video as well. I ended up going over, or I meant to say it. I even said on the previous stream I need to remember on Monday morning to say it, and then I still completely forgot to say it. I just posted in like a little in the comment section on the previous video. But don't forget, next week is or what I'm trying to say now here is that next week is the Kedar Yes, Kedar event, the one with all the undeads. And that kingdom is the one that has Fairish Ra in it. So you will be able to obtain yourself a Fairish Ra through event keys. The chance of doing so is very, very small, but it is present there, so that's one of the only times you'd ever be able to specifically try to farm for Fairish Ra, other than specifically crafting it from the Soul Forge. So some people might be interested in that, so completely forgot to mention that, but do keep that in mind, so don't overspend on this legend today and the new mythic coming out this Friday, because you may want to use those resources in attempting Fairish Ra instead. Okay, we'll go get a Dragon Soul down here. Feels weird only doing 11 damage off that now, because we just got back from doing a team that does 20 to everything. Now we're down to only 11 on that. Not to mention that also does barely any damage. But we'll go into, I guess, a giant spider here. It's like, what's my entire team composed of? A lot of things that do no damage, or very little. It's not exactly the way to build a team, but it does work, surprisingly. It's slow, but consistent. As long as they don't have any, like, really annoying ability kind of procs on them. He does have one on this team. It's the one we just killed. The chance to devour on it. Also, that sound is starting to get a little annoying. The web sound, whenever you get an extra turn. It makes like a sounds or something. Whatever you describe that as. Sounds kind of like swords clashing. Yeah, that sound. Oh, excuse me. It's a really odd sound. I never even realized it because few things ever actually web in this game. So it's not a mechanic I've really seen. Yeah, it does that every single time, that noise. It's gonna get annoying. Anyways, there we go. I've never even noticed that noise before, because, as I mentioned, barely anything ever used web, so... I probably heard more webs during, just today, from her coming out, than I have, ever, in the history of this game. So it might just be that I'm not used to the noise. Alright, we're gonna move that over. Move that over. Oh, I think it's because it keeps playing the... It's a long soundtrack, and it keeps playing it over top itself if you get multiple in a row. I think that's the main thing that's throwing it off for me. Because you get, like, a lot of those, like, clunky noises all together. Because they don't replace themselves out, it just all plays over top each other. Alright, we'll go take a skull there. Do we even bother giant spidering? We could do, like, green for nothing or blue for nothing. So I guess we won't do it for nothing, so we'll go move that over. He just ruined the alignment we had there for a second. It only lasted one turn, and he already ruined it. I should have probably taken green there. Could have killed out Gorgolfa. Board isn't really moving much, mainly because we're not getting the alignments we need, so we'll just go throw this down. Get the little spider thing. And there we go, finally. About time. We can go do something. Go get that down. Move that over. And so I guess we just go throw down the Dragon Soul at this point. Get that down. Get a giant... Whoa, that was a lot of red. It wasn't even a red storm. Wow. That was like half the board was red. Amazing. Hello, Simple. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So hello, McCoy and Ray. Welcome, welcome. Any decent Wolf Garrick teams? Wolf Garrick is normally ran with pretty much nothing. Wolf Garrick is considered to be a pretty bad troop for the most part. You'd only really use it against a team that has no immune to Devours, and you basically only use it with full Forest of Thorns. The particular team is dependent on what you really want to mess around with, but I believe Wolf Garrick, Fenrir, Forest Guardian, and one other troop, like a Giant Spider or Cerberus or something like that, ends up working out as one of the slightly better options. Let's see. Let's just go and throw the Dragon Soul down then. Get that down. Okay. Go throw another Dragon Soul down. Go kill out this. Should we even throw its ability? I wish I had an extra turn on it like the other ones kind of do. This one does not, though. Hello, Moshi. Hello, Rap. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Is Salty streaming tonight? I don't believe Salty is, but I believe the other ones are. I believe, Syrup and, what's his name? And Ozball, if I'm not mistaken, will be streaming tonight. Or at least, Syrup and someone. But yeah, they should be. Let me double check the thread. I didn't even double check that before the stream. I kind of just assumed they would be. But yeah, normally they stream right after our stream. Let's see. It hasn't been updated. Or at least it hasn't had a post on it recently. Let me see. If I go over to, wait, unread. I forget how to check it quickly. Because there's been no post in it as of like the last few hours. So I'm not certain on that. We'll find out. We'll find out in the next half an hour or so. But yeah, if they are, I'll go send all of you guys over there after we finish out the stream. Because they might go over spoilers, so it's always nice to keep an eye on their stream. Because sometimes they make pretty interesting announcements. They have been doing stream summaries lately, though, that they've been posting, I believe, on the forum. So they do have that, though, if you do just completely miss it. Very rarely do they go over anything too important, but sometimes they do. Okay, we'll go and we end up losing a slot. But I made sure to have a summon on this team. That was the biggest issue we really had, like, the first time. Was not really having another alternative to kind of moving it around. But yeah, what we could do here is just cast this down. And now we can just go kill that out. And replace that spider with a troop that's actually not useless. So we can go kill that out. And there we go. We now have Tyree, which is also similarly useless. But but at least we got it. Okay, let's go and take the purple there. Throw another Dragon Soul down. We should probably throw Tyree. Get some kind of mana, if nothing else. She uses the same mana as the thing over there. Interesting. Oh, never mind. She's going to die to Dawnbringer. Oh, never mind. It's webbed because we don't actually die then. Perfect. We'll go throw this on yellow. Try getting that extra turn. Never mind. We're just giving him the extra turn. Never mind. We got it all. Okay, that was a weird situation that just occurred, but we'll go get rid of the barrier there. Get a summon there. Another pretty useless one. Though this guy does do extra damage if they're webbed, which plays in pretty well with the fact that, well, they are webbed. So, yeah, he does 8 additional damage when webbed, or when the enemy's webbed. That's a pretty high amount of damage for earlier on in the game. This late in the game, though, that's pretty low, though. That only brings his damage to 37, even with the 8 bonus, which isn't really doing much. Twitch says in 1 hour? Oh, okay. Yeah, they've been streaming at 9:30, apparently, instead of starting at 9. Yeah, I'm probably going to be ending exactly at 9, or somewhere around that general ballpark, which is in 30 minutes from now. So there will be a slight gap in between there. So were you not going to do Guild War? It's currently active? Wait. Guild War is active now? Did I just completely lose track of my days? It is Monday, right? Guild War should not be active right now. There is something extremely wrong if Guild Wars is currently active. It only runs from Tuesday to Sunday. You have the ability to set your teams and stuff today, but you shouldn't be able to actually play it. If you are, that is a glitch, and completely unintended. But yeah, you shouldn't be able to play Guild Wars right now. The only thing you can do is upgrade your Sentinels, set your defend teams, which do make sure to set them all, if you haven't already. Actually, I haven't set them yet either. I will be doing that. It only takes like a minute. But, yeah, you shouldn't be able to do it right now. I'm gonna go check it. I didn't bother checking it because I assumed you wouldn't be able to. Alright, we'll go throw that down. Oops, come on. Because it's never been available on Monday, as far as actually playing the battles. No, I have not set my Guild War defense. I will be. No worries, I won't forget. Not this time. Not this time. I still need to go and revamp my defense, too. I always feel like they're weak, but it's mainly because every single thing you could possibly set tends to be pretty weak. Mainly because the AI is horrible at playing. We'll go through that down. And there we go. Oh, okay. So yeah, it is, yeah, Guild Wars, the way that Guild Wars works is every Monday, you basically have a day off to do whatever, recruit people and all that kind of stuff for your Guild Wars, and just kind of set your defend teams and all that. But unlike all the other events, they do not take place on Monday. Every other event does that's Guild related, except for Guild Wars. It's kind of just like that 1 day break that you can use for recruiting purposes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's never anything happening on Monday, on Guild War Monday. It's just set your defend teams and all that. The only things you need to do is, oops, that's not where you go. That's the guild, that is not Guild War. But yeah, all you need to do on this day is look at who you're fighting, look at what the color days are if you want, and just kind of figure out what teams you want to use for each one. The main thing you have to do is just set all of your defend teams to the proper ones. I guess I'll do that now since we're already here. I just have them all named, so it's easy to do. Even with them all named, apparently I can't figure out where they are. Oops, defend brown, that's already correct. I don't need to change that. Defend green, that needs to be defend blue. Defend blue needs to be defend green. Defend red needs to be defend purple. And defend purple needs to be defend yellow. And there we go, I think that's all correct now. Defend red, done. Brown, blue, green, and yellow. And do make sure every single time that all 24 of your troops here are different. Otherwise, you will not get the full amount of points. it is really, really important that all of these are different. You get so many free points just by doing so. So make sure every single troop here is completely unique. As far as the actual teams, you just basically want to start building a few strong teams and then try to figure out what you want to do for the other ones. Or basically build 3 really strong teams for a few days that you might be up against better guilds that you want to pass. And just set your best defend teams that you can for those. And then just set whatever for basically everything else. Like, for example, if you were in... well, it's kind of hard to tell right now because we can't actually see the things. Let me see who from this one would probably be high. But let's say, for example... you would normally become 3rd place in this bracket right here, your bracket 3, and you know that Matchers and, let's say, Ultimus Guardians are going to be probably 1st and 2nd, most likely, because they've had a history of doing good, let's just say. Then you'd want to set your defend teams to be the best possible defend teams on those 2 days, because those are your 2 biggest threats, and then on the other days, you'd want to just do whatever on them. You'd want to focus your defend teams in these cases when you're trying to climb the brackets. It's not really something I've mentioned much, but yeah, if you don't have too many options, just use your best possible defend teams that still have 4 uniques, and just run it against the teams you know, if you happen to know, are going to be performing better. You can even do this slightly after the fact. So, for example, if you know, like on the first day, it's not going to be one of the better ones, but you don't know for sure which ones are the better ones in your bracket, wait until the first day has occurred, and then you can still change all these other ones. You can change them as long as it's not the current day of the Guild Wars. You could change it whenever. So on like day 1, we could change all these other 5 days to whatever we want. So if on day 2 we saw, like, let's say someone who's like right ahead of us is going to be taken first, but we want to go take it from them, we could go set our best possible defend team on that day to make sure that they don't win, and just play it out that way. There's a lot of really weird strategies you can do for that. Normally I just use kind of generic ones, mostly spread out for all of them, just so I can use the same teams every single week. It's just more convenient. But there is some strategy to it, some of which I haven't really gone over in the past, but it's pretty self-explanatory for the most part. Whatever guild you want to do the best against, set the best teams. And then for everything else, just set whatever you can actually function with. Anyways, other than that, you'd upgrade the Sentinels, and other than that, there's pretty much nothing. You can see where you currently are in the thing. And it shows the rewards for the next week. I believe this right here does that. And what is this week's troop? It's just an array. It's that one that does it too, extra green. It gives you all those green bonuses and everything. But anyways, yeah. There's nothing we can actually do on a Monday, unfortunately. No battles or anything. Yeah, no goblins on Brown Day. Yes, I am aware that goblins on Brown Day is horrifically bad. I am very well aware of that because of the gob trumpers. But I still keep doing it because I haven't really bothered changing it up, because then I'd have to go change up all my other teams. I've been meaning to. I probably should this week because I am the 2nd up in the guild, so I probably should make sure I have slightly better stuff. Normally when I'm like all the way down, it matters a lot less. But yeah, I should probably go revamp that some. I've been meaning to. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but definitely do need to go and do that soon at some point. Okay, right here, we're going to go and just Pokemon Skull. We're going to be able to kill it out with this, so we'll just go do that immediately after. And just take that out. One less thing to worry about. Again, it got that summon, which is really annoying because I don't want to be getting an Ancient Horror. Even though Zolkiri has a lot of horrible troops, it's still better than an Ancient Horror. So, yeah, I don't really want to be getting that there. Well, we can't help it. It's complete luck. It figures the time we're getting really good luck on it is the time we don't actually need it to ever trigger. Go figure. Oops, I thought that was an extra turn. I thought there was another red there for whatever reason. Well, that kills that out. Let's go throw a giant spider down. That will give us full mana. Never mind, we don't have alignment. Well, we'll go throw Dragon Soul then. Plan B. Dragon Soul. Brown. And then we just kill that out. And we'll be good to go. Okay, kill that out. And like one little poke will take it out. Either a skull or anything else. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even notice that until now. We just got a giant spider summon. Now we have 2 giant spiders. The giant spiders are multiplying. Oh, you guys have our guild on Purple Day? Let's see, I'll go spoil what we're using on Purple Day then. Actually, we already showed it, but... so I technically already spoiled it. What am I using on Purple Day these days? Let's see... oh yeah, that's another team I need to go change. There's actually a lot of them I need to go change. The only ones I'm really happy with is Green Day. That's it. Green Day. Well, that went far. Well, Green Day and Red Day are the ones I'm happy with. Every other one could definitely still need adjustments. This one's actually good, but I need to put it on a different day. I just don't know what day to run it on. Because 4 times goblins, even though they're really annoying, there's a lot of counters to them on a lot of days. Red day, it would work, but Siren would be worse. Brown day, it doesn't work because of Gob Trumper. Blue day, it doesn't work because of Freeze. Though I don't know how common it is to use Freeze on Blue day. Maybe I'll just go use that on it. Because I don't think a lot of people are actually using Queen Map for Blue day. Most people are using different damage sources and stuff, not specifically Freeze. So I might be able to do that on Blue day. Green day, this is already so good against it that I don't really need to bother. Plus Freeze is the best on Green day compared to any other day because of how many greens actually have loop. Purple day, it would end up working decently. I would actually go into Fizzbang as well. So I guess maybe that will be my new Purple day defend then. I'll go move that over there and then completely revamp and make some kind of Infernus team for Brown day or something. Because there's still a lot of really heavy damage sources that I could be using for that day. Also, I don't believe I used Dawnbringer on any of them either. Though I hate having to use Hero on my defend because that means I have to go and change my hero class. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not using Hero on a single one of these teams. And I do that deliberately as of currently just so I don't have to keep changing my hero class. Because if we need a specific hero class for a certain event, but we also need a different one for our Guild War defend, it just becomes really clunky. And then we need to go change it a bunch and you might end up wasting gems and just completely needless. Anyways, let's go claim that PvP tier reward. And back to PvP. So yeah, so far as Queen teams, or Queen Web, the Widow Queen, I've been enjoying this quite a bit, as far as what she can do with this. Still not over the top, but it seems like she'd be a good defend. Maybe, that's what I need to go do then. Maybe on Brown Day, because there's Gorgoltha, Corvash, Ragnagord, all that kind of stuff. Maybe we run a Widow Queen team. Oh, that sounds like a plan. I should go do that right now, actually. Let's go make a Widow Queen team for our brown defend and change our brown defend to our green, to our purple defend. So that's what we'll do. Oh, wait, they could also use Queen Mab as Freeze on Purple Day, though. Well, hopefully they won't. Let's just hope they won't. There's not too many purple teams that specifically run Queen Mab in Guild War Days, so I think we'll be fine. Even though it's possible, I don't think many people would bother doing that. We were using a really good green attack team earlier, though it's really bad against Freeze. Almost all green teams are bad against Freeze, because almost all greens are based around spamming greens. And if not specifically spamming green, they're spamming something to the board. Alright, let's go and get this down. Should be able to get Giant Spider. There's like 2-3 locations on the board, so we can't ruin all of them. We'll go grab that. Get ourselves a extra turn right there, just to knock that down, get a little bit of damage. Even against 75% reduction, it's still more than 0, so it's still helpful. But that reminds me, I still need to go do dungeons too before I forget, because I will forget if I don't. But let me go set the defend team first, because that's probably a little bit more important. We'll go move that over. Get the poke down. Oh, I could take a free skull. So it would have died regardless, but I still gave him no skulls I didn't need to give him. But we'll go take the red right there, get that into purple. We're clearing the board soon anyway, so go grab that down, kill that out, Dragon Soul it, go from there, good to go. And that's match. If it will end its turn, please. There we go. Does the color of the day matter on defend and or attack battles in Guild Wars? For attack, yes. For defend, no. For attacking, you need to use pure color. For defend, you do not need to use pure color. You can use any colors you want, but you have to use unique troops. So basically how it works in Guild Wars is when invading, the only thing that matters is how well you perform in the battle and the fact that you're using whatever pure color is the day. So on red day, you want to be using red troops, brown day, brown troops, blue, green, green, purple, well, you get it, the points. Whatever color it says is what you use, essentially. And on the attack screen, I believe it even shows you the color as well. So like tomorrow when it's red day, it'll show like a red thingy there. And of course, you could just see it right there as well. But yeah, so using reds tomorrow. Ideally, 4 times red, though. You could get away with 3 times red earlier on in the game. Definitely a good idea to use as many as you could possibly do while still winning. Other than that, for defends, the only thing that matters with defend, you can set them as absolutely anything you want. But all 24 of the troops that you set here must be completely different. Doesn't matter what the team compositions are, it's just every single troop has to be different. So you can't use more than one of the exact same troop on a single team. You also can't use more than one of the exact same troop throughout any of these battles. You can if you want to, but you're losing points. and you're pretty much just handicapping yourself because you're gonna net gain a lot more points by just making sure they're all unique than if you were to make them strong of all the same team. So yeah, just make sure they're all unique. You get 12,000 points throughout the entire week for doing so, 2,000 per day if you have a completely unique team, which increases your score by quite a bit. That's by the end of the week, that's anywhere from about 1/3 to 1/4 of your score around there. Excuse me. Okay, so let's go revamp this. Let's go change, let's figure out what we're going to do for this, for defend. So let's go and rename this. Edit team, rename it to defend purple. I believe you can have two teams with the exact same name. Defend purple, and now that's already correct. So all we have to do now is go move that over to our other team. Okay, for whatever reason, it still says defend brown. But let me go rename this. Let's see, defend purple. That should be it. No, it isn't. Never mind. Defend... Where's my other defend purple? Okay, let's just put defend brown there, which is now called defend purple. That is so glitchy. It's named one thing there, and then what... That is so weird. This is all the exact same team. That's the same team. That's the same team. They're both the exact same team slot, but that says defend purple and that says defend brown. Because it doesn't update the name in some locations, but it does in others, which is weird. Okay, where's my normal defend purple? It is this one, right? No, that's not it. That's my Guild War purple. That's my defend purple. Okay, now this one we need to make into a... Okay, let's figure out what we're going to do here. So I definitely want to use Infernus. I definitely want to use the Queen that just came in today. So we'll throw the Infernus in there. We'll throw the... I forget her name. Queen Widow, was it? Widow Queen? Yeah, the Widow Queen. Okay, so we got these two. We got that going for us. This is a purple day. What do we want to counter out on purple day? Mercy. I still want to put a Mercy on this team, but it also counters out herself by doing that. Also, if a Mercy misses, that is really bad. I almost want to use both Spirit Fox and Mercy, though we can't because we have Widow Queen. Plus, we already used Spirit Fox for a different day at this current moment in time, though I'm probably going to move that eventually off of that team that I am using it on currently. But I still want to save it for Yellow Day. It's more effective then than it is on Purple Day. I want to tank, but I don't want to use Gorgolfa, and I believe we already used Ragnagord for a different team. So I don't want to do that. What gives Infernus very good mana that the AI cannot mess up, while also denying purple? Let's just see everything that current... Night Coronet for later on in the game isn't really going to work too well for us. It denies out purple, but it doesn't really do too much as far as its ability. Early on in the game it does, because it just has a boost ratio and it's pretty decent damage then. But this late in the game, it's almost like 0 damage relative to other options. It's still not horrible, but I personally wouldn't bother with it. I'd rather have a mana generator there that does some kind of side effect. Oh wait, do you get rid of purple? Create 5 purple, then transforms all purple to blue. If we had another blue troop, like if Infernus took blue, that'd be amazing. To actually use Deckhand for that. But he doesn't. This creates purples, which I obviously don't want to do. That also creates purples, which I obviously also don't want to do. Night Coronet denies them. Owl Rider denies that at a 1 in, or if there's 13 plus or something. No, if the enemy dies, it does it. So that's pointless. Fairish Rock creates it, so I don't want those. Come on. Oh, Yagwe. I forgot about him. Except it uses... Oh, but everything on our team is currently already occupied. Deal damage to the first 2 enemies boosted by your life. Steal 4 magic from both of them. Transform all purple to red. That does help in... I don't believe I'm using Yagwe on any other team. So we could just do that for pure damage. And then just go in with a mana generator in first slot. So we're currently missing a brown-blue. Corvash I'm already using on a different day, so we can't run that. Is there a brown-blue mana generator that isn't Bronze Lock Pistol? Anything other than that? Behemoth, technically, but it's not enough mana. Far Stroll, but I'm using him for a different day. Ice Golem. Is it worth freezing on Purple Day? I guess there are some times that would be worth it, though it doesn't really generate that much mana. Lady Ironbeard we're already using. Luther doesn't work. Fair Straw wouldn't work. And, okay, yeah, we do not have a viable... Oh, you know what? Red to green. No, we don't need armor for anything. Plus, it'd be too clunky since we have the other color as well. Oh, we could create yellow, but that's probably not worth it. First slot Behemoth? No. What do we have as far as weapons? Beastly Bow. I don't think this team has any beast on it, though. I can't use Bronze Lock Pistol because it's not going to have enough destroys. We don't have any gold gaining troop. Shegwa's Heart got nerfed into the ground, so that won't work. Bear Totem doesn't work. I guess we just kind of have to go Behemoth then. If we're going to go try covering every color with it. It's something we will never need for any other day, so I guess it works out. I guess we can make that work. Yagway in first slot, Behemoth, Widow Queen in the back, and Furnace. I don't know how well the AI would function with that. Probably horribly. But we are going to give it a shot. And as far as banner, I just want to go straight into Infernus with everything we have. Let's see. Options for that. Might just go red-purple. I don't think we need +1s for really anything else. Just basically go all in on Infernus. Actually, even double purple would work. Very rarely would I bother doing that, but I think this is the case where we'd go double purple instead. I could go oh, you know what? We'll go +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow. It somewhat blocks Infernus, but it should still work out. Okay, and let me rename the team to defend brown. Oh, wait! I've been building this as a... Did I really just do that fail? I did. I built this entire time to counter out Purple Day, because I had it named Purple, but it's actually for Brown Day. I just spent like the last 2 minutes trying to do that, and now it's... Good job. I still want to do Widow plus Infernus, but we're countering Browns, which is completely different. With that being said, let's see, Corvash. Double first 2 slots immune to mana drain wouldn't be horrible, because Corvash is very popular on Brown Day. The only problem with that is he can stun it. Oh, but then there's nothing that has both immunity to both. Okay, never mind, that's not going to work out then. Unless we like counter-stunned him, but that wouldn't be worth it. Okay, well, plan B. Or it should be basically plan A. What are things that counter out Brown that would work properly? Let's see. Oh, you're late because you had beer and pizza. Or you had homemade pizza. Very, very nice. Yeah, I had homemade pizza last week. Was pretty decent. Came out nice. What do I even need? This is why I normally don't build them on streams, because there's too many options. Too many options and too many limiting factors because of all the things that we were already using. Like, if we could use absolutely anything, this would be ridiculously easy to do. But of course, we're restricted by all the other picks we've already taken. I'm trying to find something here that has a good brown counter. Why does almost nothing have a brown counter? No. I think we might as well just go, like, standard troops then instead. Oh, Naga Queen. Actually might not be bad. Transforms all brown gems to red. Oh, you know what? We could actually still get away with that. Let's go put the Yagway back in the team. We could totally still get away with that. Yagway. And we can block the Spider Queen too, so it doesn't cast its ability, which is actually important to do, because I do not want it casting, for the most part. Sweet, we can go do that. And now we can go oh, wait, I need to go move this so he doesn't get Corvash. That'd be really bad if he gets Corvash. Perfect. So that's already good, that's already good. We'll just throw straight into his mana. This time I will go double purple. And yeah, there we go. Sweet. Okay, I think that could work okay. We'll see how well the AI does against it when we get like 0 a billion. 0-30. You can only be, we're only going to get invaded about 15 times. Actually, that's still a decent amount of times. But yeah, we should get invaded on average 15 times every single day. So we will get to see if this actually does do okay. Just for fun, let's go use this in PvP real quick. Obviously, it's my brown defend at this point, but let's go test it in a PvP battle, not against a Mercy. Yeah, let's just go against this. There's a Corvash, so that's something. That's 2 browns, not exactly a full brown team, but oh well. So where's my defend brown now? Guild War, oh, that's Guild War brown, wrong one. Where's my defend brown? Where'd it go, where'd it go? There it is, defend brown. Okay, let's go give this a shot. So we have Yagway, which is immune to mana drain, so if he doesn't stun it, we'll have immune there. We have the Naga Queen to deny out brown, which is a brown day, which is this being used for. We have 2 things that create red, both Yagway and the Queen, the Naga Queen. And we have a life gain, and that life gain synergizes into the life gain off his damage that he has. So that would be a decent combo. Hopefully that the AI will actually utilize. And this converts out purple, if I'm not mistaken. Which is what I was originally trying to do and failed, because we made it for brown day, not purple day. But, let's go and just take those greens. We can go through that again, get a little bit of poke in there. Looks like he's about to die, though. Doesn't really matter if he lives so much, as more so it's important that he has immune to mana drain, as well as his damage, are the main aspects he's going to be using. So I guess we'll just take some reds, take a green. Actually, probably should have taken green first. We'll go see if we can get another Yagway in there. Before we do, take a skull. No alignments. Oh wait, what did you convert out again? Brown. Duh. Because that's the whole reason why we even had it here. So we'll go throw that in there. Not a full Yagway. We'll just go move that over. Still don't have any alignment or anything, but we could still go get damage. But we'll just go throw in Furnace. And obviously the AI probably would have casted Yagway there though, which would have been horrible. But yeah, there we go. If the AI could even do that remotely the same that we just did, it should be fine. Of course, it's not going to do that. It's going to do every possible wrong move. But yeah, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Probably not going to work out, but it's something different compared to all like the teams that tend to get used. So it's always nice seeing different things in there. It's one of the reasons why I want to revamp some of my defend teams too, because a couple of them, like the dwarf team, is just so generic. Almost everyone's using it. I kind of want to have at least some stuff slightly unique. That's not the exact same spam everywhere. Can I talk about running your green defend on Blue Day? Let's see. You tend to use Blue Day simple because Kraken on Green Day can eat Mab. Wait. Can you talk about running your green defend on Blue Day? I don't know if I would really need that. I'm not using Kraken on my counter team either. Actually, I forget what team I'm using Kraken on. Actually, I don't even know if I use Kraken anymore on any of them. Oh, yes, I do. I use it on the one that you just mentioned. But yeah, do people actually still run Queen Mab at all? I personally don't run her at all in Guild Wars anymore. I've been talking to too many people in my guild as far as what they use every single time, so I haven't really asked them in the past few weeks. But sometimes some people will post it, but I don't like ask my entire guild. It's like, hey, what are you using today in Guild Wars? I should probably do that a little bit more often just to kind of see what people are using these days. But yeah, I kind of just assumed people stopped using Queen Mab ever since they added, with all the more mana shields they added into the game, due to troops like this, which have like this sky ancestry. They added like 30 new troops that have immune to mana burn in the most recent patch. So I kind of just assumed because of that people started to stop using Queen Mab. I know that's the main thing that made me stop using it. I guess it's not too big of an issue if they don't actually have anything immune to it, but there are quite a few teams out there that do have that immunity. And the only easy way to get rid of it is Core Vash. So for Blue Day, it's easy to get rid of, but for Purple Day, it's hard to get rid of if they have immune to Mana Drain. Because all immune to Mana Drains have immune to Mana Burn, as of currently. Oh, there actually is one exception to that. The bosses that are in Raids and Invasions. But that's not a actual trait you can own. In all other instances, everything that has immune to Mana Drain also has immune to Mana Burn. It just drained that. I always keep forgetting to switch that out. It's not exactly that I keep forgetting, it's just that I'm too lazy to switch it every single time. But yeah, whenever I see a Scion first slot, I really should be... it is a lot more optimal to switch the location of Diviner and Mercy. The reason I'd keep it at this order by default is because she hurts herself off her final ability, or not her final ability, her second ability. Her Transcend does 2 damage to herself every single time. And I just don't want her in first slots, and she's literally just lowering her own durability. So that wouldn't be too good of an idea. She'll die. She dies really quick. She dies as probably one of the quickest troops to die, actually, if you were to put it in first slot. Even though she has an okay HP armor, it's not anything too over the top, and of course she keeps hurting herself every single turn, pretty much. Well, I'll go take some greens here. I could have taken red into green. Really should have done that. That would actually been a better move. Oh well. We'll go throw this on blue so we can go take the other one for yellow, if we can even get that in there. Oops, I just ruined it for myself. Good job, but we can just throw in Furnace. Also, hello, William. Welcome. Still interested in any advice for Guild War Attack Green Day, since you have limited mythics for that? Famine and Plague. Oh, you do have Famine and Plague, or you don't have Famine and Plague? Didn't know if you missed the question. Oh, sorry. I think I did do a green team earlier, but I didn't show a cheaper version. But yeah, if you have Famine and Plague, you could just build an entire green team around Famine then. Get like Dryad, or not Dryad. It's Dark Maiden, Web Spinner, something Famine is all you would need then. So you run Dark Maiden, oops, I have Cap Lock active, fail. Dark Maiden, Web Spinner, oops, I still have Cap Lock on apparently. So go disable that. Web Spinner, Famine, and we need one other troop here. What are we missing? We're missing a purple. So we need a purple-green that is good. You could use the new troop that came in. That's actually a Zolkiri troop too, and it would fill the gap that we have in this team. Though, you know what? Actually, yeah, I think that would be the right thing to do. That or put a summoner there, a green-purple summon. In that case, that would probably be Baba Yaga if you're going to go down that route. And go Dark Maiden, Web Spinner, Baba Yaga for double silence and a summon. And it has immune to mana drain as well. And you get the Famine to drain their mana down, which will be your main disable. It's a little blocked, but the whole premise of this team is Dark Maiden into Web Spinner. And that's pretty much the entirety of the team. Banner would be something more towards basically just double green to keep it spamming. Yeah, we don't want to go -1 blue. It would just probably be standard double green. And, yeah, that's pretty much all we need then. Just a standard double green banner and we'll be good to go. And we just run it with, oops. And then we just run it with the, run it like that. Dark Maiden, get it up immediately. We get an extra green off her thing too, so if we get it going, we'd be good to go. Dark Maiden will convert out one of the yellows into whatever we want. Get Web Spinner up as quickly as possible. Keep spamming it. Baba Yaga for the summon and disable. Famine for the other disable. Good to go. Oh, they're going to be previewing Friday's Mythic? Oh, so they are doing something nice then. Let's see. Friday's Mythic. Was it any good? Friday's Mythic is really weird. It's kind of like the current troop that came in, the new green-purple queen. It's basically made... The one coming in Friday is basically made for submerging. It's going to be the best submerging troop in the game. The biggest issue with this is submerge isn't that good. So we'll see exactly how that pans out. One other thing it might be used for is Blue Day Counter as well. Because it has a pretty nice effect against blues. I believe it's silence all blues if I'm not mistaken. So I guess it could be okay for that kind of purpose, but it's nothing too over the top. It's definitely a mythic you could skip if you wanted to, though I definitely won't be, well, because we always do it, but also because there's a chance he'll be really good in the future. I feel like he's going to be pretty bad initially, but he seems like something that as the meta changes throughout the game, is going to be that one, he's going to be similar to the current troop that came in, that one legendary. It's a utility troop that you're kind of going to want to have, just in case you ever need it. At this current moment in time, it's not really that needed, but in the future, there's going to be things that it's going to be ridiculously great against. Same as the web thing that came out today. If anything, at least get the one legend from today, from the event keys, that's going throughout the entire week. Not so much the mythic, you could easily skip that if you wanted to, and save it for like a fair Shra the following week or something. But, yeah, that really comes down to people's decisions. But yeah, we'll see exactly how it performs, because I don't really know how well it will actually function. It's kind of hard to gauge it, though, based on their performance, because sometimes they make really weird teams. Even weirder than the weird teams I make sometimes. But they make some questionable teams. Though I do too sometimes, but like some very, very questionable teams. Go move that. Go take the red into the purple. Get the Dragon Soul down. And go through it on browns. Get another giant spider down. Oh yes, codes. Almost forgot. It is a Monday. Why does it not feel like a Monday to me? I think it's Easter that threw it off completely for me. It's Easter and April Fool's being on the same day kind of threw off my schedule, I think. But anyways, let me go and give out the code as mentioned, because I would have completely forgot if you didn't mention that. I also didn't even do dungeons yet. I need to go do that too. Speaking about things we're forgetting to do, let's go give out the code. Oh yeah, I need to go ask Syrup from our codes. Normally I ask Salty, but Salty isn't around, so yeah, hopefully Syrup will be able to give it to us. I know she's working tonight, so I guess I'll go post one to her right after this stream. She'll probably notice it after her stream as well, so hopefully she'll have it back to us, because I only have enough codes until Friday. Once we hit Friday and give out those codes then, I'm actually out of code, so hopefully they'll have more then. Anyways, let's go put this in, make sure it works. Put that there, I'm not a robot. And click redeem, does it work? And it works, okay. So let me go and post that in the chat, here you guys go. Here is the redeem code for any of you that want to go and claim it. It gives 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Works on PC and mobile. The redeem code is the code I put into the chat. Your invite code is whatever your options menu says right there is what you put in. And that's that. But yeah, only works on PC and mobile, as you guys probably know by now. So go throw that down. Wait, why did I even do that? We already had full mana on everything. That was completely pointless. Could have done that the previous turn. Okay, let's go and throw a Dragon Soul down. Get a Giant Spider going and go from there. Get a few more webs on them. They're all webbed now. We got the double hit with the extra 8 damage from being webbed, or them being webbed. If he'll end his turn, there we go. Go throw a giant spider. Oh, Yagway, what are you doing? Forgot about that. Ouch. Okay, luckily there's still reds there, so we'll go convert that out. Go kill it out immediately. And there we go. And now we got a Tau Ray. I love that combo so much. Get a summon in there, replace it with a completely different troop. That's actually a pretty cool concept. I don't think many things, if really anything, had that already. I guess technically an Elspeth had that. But yeah, other than Elspeth, nothing's really had that mechanic for the most part. Being able to go and like kill something out, then go get it replaced and have a completely unique troop there. I guess it works slightly better with this because, well, not necessarily better, but it seems so much different because it actually does damage, whereas Elspeth doesn't actually do damage on her own. It's kind of the inverse of it, whereas Elspeth only does mana generation. That thing only does damage, other than its disable as well, of course. The web, which is the main reason it even gets used in the first place. But yeah. Anyways, guys, was there any other questions? Otherwise, make sure to claim the redeem code, and I'm pretty much heading out for the night. I will still be around, though. I'm going to be heading over to the Gems of War stream. I believe someone mentioned they're starting at 9:30, which is 24 minutes from now. So I'll go post the link to that as well. Let's see, you just got a Mal, but would playing defense ever be worth it? Or is getting more points yourself always better? Do you mean in defend? Like for Guild Wars? As far as Guild Wars, you always want to set unique defense. As far as PvP, you always want to set the worst possible defend you can. But for Guild Wars, you always want to set the best possible defense you can, and make sure they're all unique. Yeah, I'm not sure if that answered your question. Not quite actually sure what specifically that question was addressing. How often would your defend team have to win to make it worth not using different troops? A lot. There's basically no amount that it would be worth there'd be almost no amount of winning higher that would be worth not using completely unique teams. Mainly because you get so many points from using unique teams, and you could penalize your enemy barely at all for having good teams, so yeah, I would not bother with it. The people's win rates within Guild Wars is way too high, at least in later on in the game, to ever bother setting anything other than completely unique troops on Guild War Defend. Dev raid? Well, the devs haven't started yet, but I will be posting a link. Might as well go do that right now. If I can go find it. Should be the first one that comes up. Yep, Twitch Infinity Plus 2. I don't believe they started yet, though. Nope, they're still offline. I believe they'll be up in 23 minutes. But I guess I'll see you all then. Why the worst defend on Defend PvP? The reason for this is because of revenge battles. Revenge battles will occur more often when you have when people are actually defeating you, because you can then get revenge on those players. And the way that revenges work is they give you twice as much gold. It doesn't actually show it, but it does indeed result in twice the amount of gold. And because of this, you get so much more value out of losing defense in PvP than you do from winning them. Why it's incentivized in this fashion, I do not know, but it is how it currently is set up, so losing is better than winning. Don't question it, that's just the mechanics that it is. It's really weird. I don't know why it is like that, but it is like that. So yeah, it's always been better to lose in PvP defend than it is to win. So basically anything you could do to make your team lose more is best in PvP. That's pretty much what the meta is, as weird as that may seem. I normally just put whatever there. I think right now I'm actually using a good team, which goes completely contradictory to what I just said. Yeah, I'm actually using a really good defend team right now. But yeah, normally it doesn't even matter what your PvP defend is. The only defend that ever really matters is your Guild War defend, for the most part. Anyways, guys, here's the link to the dev stream. They'll be starting in 22 minutes. I'll be there as well, just kind of chilling once they do start up, probably snacking on something. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful night, have a wonderful week. Don't forget, new Mythic this Friday. Don't forget, next week's Mythic is a fair Shra off event keys, so if you want to save resources for that, make sure to do so. Also, don't forget the current legend that just came out, the queen that we were messing around with a little bit today. She is available right now and will be for the entire week, so do make sure to get her if you're interested in her. Really good utility for denying out magic, and I would highly advise, at minimum, if you're going to get anything over the next week or two from resources, definitely at least get her, because she's really good to have. 4 times Firebomb, it's the worst defend PvP team. Yes, the best worst possible defend you can use is 4 times Firebomb. There isn't any team better than that for defend. That's technically the best team you can set. As weird as it may seem, but yeah, 4 times Firebomb is pretty much the best defend team. At one point, it used to be just like one Elspeth because it could just kill itself out and then automatically give the enemy a win. But they fixed that, so you have to set 4 troops. But yeah, 4 times Firebomb is the best defend team technically for PvP. Obviously, do not do that in Guild Wars. But yeah, for PvP purposes, that's basically your best defense. Your best worst defense. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for coming down. I will see you all later. Enjoy your week, and goodbye, everyone.